In this video, we're going to learn how to use Bootstrap to style tables. Let's create a simple table to start. So we're going to use the table tags. Okay, so you're going to have, so the first line, you're going to have a table row, and inside the row, you're going to have table headers. So we're going to have 3 columns. So we'll need 3 table headers. For example, the first one could be phone make, and then model, and finally storage. Okay, so let's have another row, and inside we're going to have some table data. We'll need 3. The first one, let's go for Apple, iPhone 6 for instance, and we're going to go for 32 gigabytes. Okay, so let's just duplicate this line. And let's have iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, and let's have iPhone 4. Okay. So this is a basic HTML table with very basic styling, with no styling. So we can add some basic Bootstrap styling using a pre-built class. So the class is called table, and what's going to happen is that we can see some basic styling now. So we have some light padding, and we've got also, if we refresh the page, it's going to work better. Okay, so we've got some padding there, and we've got some horizontal dividers as well. Okay, so for some reason we need to refresh the page so that we can see the styling. Anyway, so now we're going to create another table. We're just going to copy paste this table, and then we're going to start using some more advanced styling classes. Okay, so now we're going to make the table striped. So by adding some zebra striping to the table rows. The class we need to use for that is table striped. Okay, and now you can see the effects. So we have zebra striping to the table rows. Also, we can give the rows a hover state, and the class we need to use for that is table hover. So now if you hover on the table rows, you can see the effect. Okay. Another class will make the table more condensed, so it will just take out some of the padding, and well, it will basically cut the cell padding in half, and the table is gonna become more condensed. The class is table condensed, and you can see the effect straight away. Alright, we can add some borders to all the sides of the table and also to the cells of the table. The class is going to be table bordered. Alright, so you can see the effect there. We've got borders everywhere. Alright, okay, so these are just a few classes we can use with Bootstrap to style tables and have a really nice looking table. So now let's have a look at the responsiveness of tables when we make the width of our viewport smaller. So in order to see that clearly, we need a cell with too much content in it. So for example, let's have this cell and add more text in it. For example, let's do the same thing for this one. Okay. So if we decrease the width of the viewport, normally the tables are going to scroll vertically. Okay. Sometimes you may want to change that and make the table scroll horizontally rather than vertically in small devices. A good way to do that is by placing the whole table inside another div and give that div a class table responsive. So let's try that. So we're going to copy all this, and we're going to create a div. And so this div is going to be of class table responsive, and then we will place our table inside the div. Okay, so it's table responsive. Okay, so if we decrease the width of the viewports, we can see that the table is scrolling horizontally rather than vertically. So unlike the first table, the second one is scrolling horizontally. Okay, and this is for small devices, so anything under 768 pixels.